Greetings, everyone. Welcome. Welcome to Unified Extended Session. Yes, we have completed the whole course at once, and we will be doing somewhere revision here and there. And I will be sharing what we will be doing in the next session. We can bring a talk, bring the talk to, we can give the talk to a direction. So basically, in last week when we met, we talked about correcting thoughts, right? So it is our now every moment our awareness is on our thought, so that we can know which thought are not in aligned with God's thought, right? So the more we see our thought, the superficial thoughts, they get corrected automatically. We don't have to really do much. Yes, for deep rooted patterns, that belief system, we have learned that we can do our creating formula to release any mm, blocks in our thinking, so that we can totally feel free from those past perception, or the way of looking at life, or the way of thinking, right? So the very beautiful reminder from chapter 7 was that everything that you think, actually it is a thing in that very refined form. So we always need to keep that in mind, that yes, my thoughts, they are going to manifest, and they are going to give me some experience. So coming back to unified practice again and again is just like aligning ourselves with our true self, so that all our thoughts, all our acts and speech, they are aligned with truth, with the truth that made the whole creation to experience God qualities. So we keep creating with our thoughts, and we keep creating our experiences. So today we will be looking at week 9, where we are seeing our true desires. So why it is coming after correcting our thoughts, so that when we see what thoughts are in errors, we get clarity automatically. What are my corrected thoughts, or what could be my corrected thinking, right? So that clarity gives us a way to think that true desire, what I really want. So the chapter talks about this comparison in the two list, what your true desire is and what error in your thinkings are, right? So that you can see why you do not have what you desire in your life. So this chapter opens up with beautiful reminder of the practices that we have learned in past 7, 8 weeks, and I hope you all have gone through that, and you're doing it in your day to day routine, because they are such a loving practice. They're really bringing our awareness on love in our day to day activity. So when we are living to our, in that situation, when we are living to a present moment or any situation, we just um, kind of witness or live that moment right there, right? And when it comes to a point, when we want to get into our quiet period practice, we want to communicate with our higher self to receive messages. So, first of all, as we stop our thoughts and align with God qualities, we receive energy, and then we want to communicate with our higher self to receive any guidance, any knowledge that is needed at this point of time, or any thinking that I want to correct, or maybe my true desire at this point of time. So beautifully, those steps are listed in the chapter. You can go through again and just check that is your practice correct. When you sit quietly in your quiet period, you guide yourself. Are you following the steps? Again, it reminds us when we go out, just to the aura cleaning and closing and sending love to everybody. So again, the reminder is on that aura, because we are learning to be more than this body, and the aura or the energy field is our own existence, or we can feel ourselves more when in the energy wise, right? When we see ourselves in a mirror, we definitely know it's me, but how do I feel energetically? So when I close my aura to all except my higher self, that is the point when I am feeling myself truly. So how do I feel often when I am with myself, or when I meet different people, different situation? How does my energy, differs? So that kind of awareness we are building here. So that aura reminder is there. That's what I understand. As much as I practice going in that quiet mode and being in there, I feel more of myself. And then you bring people around, one people, another people, then you see how you change, your thought changes, or your energy wise you shift. So that awareness can give you more clarity that, okay, I need to think more loving, or I need to release this thought from this for this person. So we automatically, find our own space. So that aura cleaning reminder, closing reminder, being yourself is truly, actually, we are learning about ourselves. And definitely, when we say those affirmations, we come to our heart space, and we deal with uninvited influences. So reminder is to deal with uninvited influences, or deal with such situation in life, or deal with such person in life which is hurt, which is pain. How do you deal with it? So it just says you send love and light. So that is going to be our everyday, um, that awareness, I would say, that anything that happens to us, just be there, not shielding, not blocking, just facing, witnessing, and radiating that, that, okay, whatever it is, I just send love and light to such and such thought form, such and such event or person. So that is the state when I go to the quiet period. And when I'm living my life, and when I'm around with people, I'm just witnessing, enjoying myself, being always aware of myself, and seeing what thought or what judgment or what kind of experiences I'm having in that moment. Right. So there are two things. One is my quiet period practice, and one is myself living this life. How do I feel? How do I act, react to the moment? So it is about deepening our awareness here. Right. So coming back to the third practice, which is the bedtime practice, is always unify with God qualities as you go to bed, and also send love and light to people around, thoughts and thought of forgiveness, and that just become one with everyone and everything. Feel that connectedness, feel that oneness, and then go to sleep. So these are our regular day-to-day practice, and it's a good reminder at this point of time, because um, now we are halfway through, because now we know that our thoughts create our reality, and where my thinking should be. So Babaji says that anyhow you keep thinking all the time, why don't you think some loving thought, some safetyful thought, so you can change, give direction to your thoughts so that you can create such experience. And again, he is saying about this life, what you are living today, your desires are truly very much centered around your lower self desires, and it has always been influenced by people around you, and sometimes you had that, that only criteria to fulfill somebody's love by doing something, or you wanted to just win somebody's heart, or you wanted to influence somebody, so your action were very limited and you really didn't know. So the whole chapter talks about the claim, and claim is nothing but, I'm just expressing my will to have that experience. Also, I am just putting my intention there, that I want to experience here. So again, the beautiful reminder comes here, that that you are one with God, everything is there for your experience, and then everything is there for your enjoyment. So, and there is nothing called man-made illusion of ownership, right? So you do not own, but you still can enjoy everything around you. So that kind of shift, a great shift that makes this chapter liberating, so that we can start looking at life where we all take that ownership. And the moment we say responsibility, my responsibility, we need to be alarmed that ownership is flagging us, or what it is coming from or where it is coming from. So these are beautiful reminders as we go deep in the chapter. And the practice is definitely talking to our higher self, receiving the true desire, what I want, why I chose this life, why I have come here to, and how can I make this life fulfilled. So beautifully, let me complete this so then we can go over it. I know we can talk a lot. I'm just giving that, bringing everybody here that we are going to talk about this today. So I will just uh, with that desire part, right? So we truly ask our higher self that give me my true desire that I want to experience here right now. And our higher self will give the list. And the beautiful part of that list is that these are the thoughts that created us. Why we came to life here was to experience that thought that God had for us. So that God wanted to experience through us. So that thought that was in God's thought. Actually, in chapter 7, we are just trying to see that what thoughts are not aligning with God's thought. And in chapter 9, we are just seeing what thoughts are aligning with God's thought. Why I'm here in this body. So those are the seed thought. I'm here to experience. I'm here to experience life as God created for us. So that is to experience my love, peace, joy, abundance, that God qualities, which is there in everything, everybody, and so I am. And I'm going to experience in my creation all the God qualities. So these are the two true desires that can bring me those experiences. So for us, working for Meditate for Wellness, spreading words of unified, practicing unified, living unified, it brings total joy and immense happiness and that infinite energy, that awareness, that clarity. So we do experience that in our day-to-day life as we work for the cause. Also spreading and living, together. So that is what our true desire is, to live the experience of God, to have all the God qualities, and live the same life with the higher self, that the higher self purposes. And the chapter says that everything is there for your enjoyment, but there's a claim that talks about, you cannot have that enjoyment when your desires are, surrounded for only your lower self. It is originating from your lower self. So just to be alarmed that, wherever we are doing that claim, what I want to experience, what my intentions are. So we can just refine our thoughts and refine our desires, what we truly want to experience. So there's a shift in this chapter that, we always keep thinking that we come to life to have some, to fulfill our karma. We think of karma a lot, and we have to pay off and whatnot. But actually, if we start seeing the life from that point of view, that, this life is for you to express your God quality, because given the situation, given the person who you are, the circumstances you have created, when you are going to live that thought, you are going to be fulfilling the purpose of this life, that the desire of God's desire. It's not your desire, it's God's desire to experience life the way you are living today. So it's not really about, paying off for any karma balance. We are here, but we are here to express that true desire from God's thought from this life, why we have come here. Right. So these are the basic, and there are some examples given in the book, and that, you live in the present moment, you create, you claim your desires in present moment because God is here in now. So this chapter brings us to the point that we start living in present moment, because everything is happening here and now. So as the given God qualities, love, peace, joy, abundance, success, all-knowing intelligence, I could realize some of more God qualities, like awareness of the present moment, and like clarity in my thinking. These are all God experience, and these are all happening in that present moment. So that present moment is actually that we are experiencing God self. So we can have our fantasies of God, but when we come living to the moment, we can experience God in itself in that moment. So that God is present, omnipresent, and it is present now in this moment. And when we are here, we are truly experiencing Him. So we have to live more to have that knowing, that trust, that we are experiencing God in this now. Right. So beautiful reminders are there. Go through it, and again, the podcasts are so beautiful. They add so much value to the chapter, and they give very the clarity. You know what it is saying. So yes, Shaleshi, welcome. I know there is a lot we can talk. Just setting up the
Yes,
ground.
yes, yes. Welcome everyone. I just wanted to add a couple of things which probably didn't strike me when we were doing this chapter the first time. So yesterday also I was listening to Anna reading it to me so beautifully. It was marvelous. Yeah. And then I went through the entire thing there. So one thing that I was just trying to figure out that most of this chapter, the content is primarily about revising the part one. Basically, okay, what all you have learned. Okay, if you have not yet concluded on what you have learned in part one, that's what it is. These are a few steps, right? Morning, your quiet period practice has these 7 steps, and then your during the day what you do, and then the bedtime. Those are important things we learned in part one. But then when he starts to open up beyond that, what is being actually communicated, like I am now stepping back and looking at it from a wider perspective. Okay, in this chapter, why are we talking of this ownership issue, that we don't own anything but everything is available to me? Why are we talking about it? And then see, these are foundation things. If you know why we are doing it, you will never forget it. So I'm trying to tell that. So I start questioning these things yesterday when I was listening, and listening to Anna and myself in the explanation, and then I was just thinking why this question was coming. So then I started thinking slightly more. So what I figured out was that this is the first chapter of part 2, and part 2 is all about manifestation. So foundation for manifestation is being laid in this chapter. And the first thing that blocks our manifestation is our limiting thoughts. We limit ourselves even in our thinking. And when you can't think unlimited, how can you manifest? That is a very critical thing to understand. If you impose all kinds of limitations to your thinking, well, oh, I don't have this much money, I don't own this house, or whatever, those limiting thoughts will never let you manifest it, because you will keep manifesting the limits. So the very first thing being taught to us here is start thinking unlimited. You don't need to own anything. It's for you as it is. Just use it, right? Very important thing. Just remove that limiting thing. Limiting thoughts are the worst thing you can have in um, in terms of manifestation blocks. And when now you look at your correcting thoughts of chapter 7, that list, you will see limitations everywhere. Now you will be able to see, oh, this is how I'm thinking. That's what was limiting my experience in life. That part, very important, right? So first thing what he is telling us to do is start removing the limits. Unlimit yourself. Everything is for you, right? And that is a very important, very, very important aspect of us. The hidden thing behind this is um, we block our receptivity, receiving. Because I don't own it, how can I take it? That mindset, right? Receiving. On Monday, when I told Rima ji that you are intelligent, she said, आप मेरे को चने के झाड़ पे चढ़ा रहे हो. You understand? She is not ready to receive, right? Our mind is coming in the way. It is blocking our manifestation process. Important to manifest is you can okay ask for something, but be ready to receive. You are not, right? Your mind is blocking that path. I can't. How can it be? That thing, right? So when you free yourself from limiting thoughts, you will free yourself for receiving also. Now you will have no hesitation. Yes, everything is for me. Why not? Why not the intelligence? Why not the beauty? I am beautiful. That aspect of freeing the thinking. Preeti used the right word today, calling this is so liberating. That is what is the intention also for this chapter. Right? So we are setting the foundation for manifestation. In the subsequent chapters, you know what we did, right? We learned how to manifest and create a formula and so on. But the basis, foundation is this only. Learn to think unlimited. And in the process, be ready to receive. When it comes, just receive it. Yes, I accept it. Why not? I am intelligent. Right? That is so critical. So this is what I wanted to add here in this chapter. This is, I mean, like subsequent practice part of it, and then he is explaining that how can you remove the limits, all those minute things he has explained. How can you remove the limits in your thinking, thinking in the present, and so on. But the essence of the entire thing is this. Yes,
This
Anna.
line is so deep. I mean, you can just think it in so many ways, and it always bring a different level of clarity. So definitely, just take an example, right? I mean, I am just seeing it every moment because now, for an example, my neighbor is in India, and she has a garden full of veggies. I went to pick them, and instead of thanking Mother Nature, I was thanking her more inside me. So that block of that ownership was coming and I was seeing it correctly. And then I was totally reminding myself that I want to be grateful to Mother Nature more than because anyhow, if I don't pick, these veggies will go bad. Right. So I'm just there using it for myself, for my, and that block is in that moment that we all can see. And whenever we go, we pick a flower or anything, we will see those thoughts coming in middle. Yes, Anna.
Yeah, I just want to say, actually, I wanted to share this with you, but I forgot. But Shailesh now used that word unlimiting. That's when I remembered that incident. It was last Tuesday, that is 2 days back. And the therapist was doing a procedure, a meditation to remove limiting blocks of money. So she told us close our eyes and think of a certain amount of money that you want in life. And I thought unlimited. Then as soon as I thought unlimited, she said you have to have a certain figure in mind. And that figure was not coming to me, but since she was insisting, some figure came, but then it again disappeared, and for me it was again unlimited. you know so this unlimited feeling has come from this course. I never felt this before, and I was like actually feeling that joy and abundance. I have never experienced something like that. So it was so beautiful. And that unlimited feeling was beyond, I cannot express it in words, that moment when that energy of, we were all in a group and she was doing that. It was amazing, and I can only credit it to this course and both of you and all the people, the participants here. Thank you so much.
Thank you, thank you. So this ownership, why the word liberating came was also that you free yourself from responsibility, then you free yourself from karma. Again, that topic comes because you are not doing actually anything. It is that expression of yours in that situation, and we definitely, we can create a lot of stress in our life if we just hold on to the situation to be love. Just live as you are today. Just see what you express, what uniqueness you bring, because you never know the whole scenario, the people around you, the situation, and whatnot. So just live in that moment without judgment. You know, that is the biggest teacher that life is, and in that present moment, it's happening right now. So this ownership has many purposes, and last time also whole week we discussed about it. And this
Yeah.
again, the whole chapter catches that eye on that line.
Yes. Sandhya ji is also mentioning here one more limiting thing, that we all get this question in our head: am I a deserving person? Right? It is a limiting thought, right? Before we accept something, we think about, well, am I deserving? That deserving part is also a social block that has been created in our head. So these are very important aspects. Please pay attention to this when you are thinking, right? Whenever you are getting thoughts, just pay attention to, okay, what am I thinking? Where is it coming from? And why is it so limiting? Right? That is going to change everything in your manifestation cycle. Manifestation think about it. Unless you are ready to receive, how will somebody give it to you? Right? And everything that we want to manifest, we want to receive. It doesn't matter whether it is thing or an experience or a person or whatever. We have to be ready to receive. And that readiness to receive is blocked by our inhibitions. That word inhibition, very important to think about. Give a thought to this word called inhibition. It prevents, inhibits, stands in the way. Those are the important, those are the things that you will now begin to recognize. Now you will begin to see the speed breakers in your path, the roadblocks, right? So very important. So paying attention to that aspect is important, and this is the foundation to part 2, manifestation.
And every chapter we have created a perfect thought, that particular, whether it is an action, whether it is our health, um, different chapters we have created those perfect desires with perfect thinking. So the chapter itself, it talks about the perfect wealth, with the experience of perfect wealth, that I'm enjoying life with that perfect health for whatever it is. Also, it reminds us about the unconditional love in my relationship, right? So always know that free will take precedence, and um, that unconditional love experience in my relationship is that God quality. So every time the awareness is shifting to our higher self to experience that, that unlimited joy, that unconditional love, that perfect health, perfect wealth. So those kind of thoughts, is my thought aligning to these are the flags. If we keep thinking, like keep seeing our thoughts, we will automatically dropping such random visitors, and it won't come. We just have to witness and acknowledge, okay, I saw you, you are there, and then they disappear. So Definitely, only increased awareness solves a lot of problems in life. So this chapter also brings that awareness of all-knowing intelligence in all that I do. So my desire is coming from that, knowing that I have everything for my use and enjoyment. I just need to take it with forgiveness and thanks. What do I need to experience now? Then many times we don't find anything because whatever it is today, it feels like perfect. And that is the state we want to be in. We don't want to be maneuvering things. We want to be just experiencing thing come as it comes. So that alignment, it happens or naturally with these practices, and we just have to be. Definitely there's it's a journey too. So we drop a lot of subconscious pattern, and it takes some time, and we all learn from those experiences. Those are very much very precious experience actually. So so with that we can go to the practice, and we can talk more later. You will also have so much to share. We can talk. So today I would like to welcome Swastika. So, hi Swastika, we will be practicing week 9. I know I'm not sure if you are there yet, but yes, sure, you can be part of the practice. And just being in the live sessions can help you solve a lot of problems, and many questions that you have in your mind you can just see and clear it out, and you can ask also later on, right? So let us go into our quiet space. If anybody wants to sip some water or just be comfortable. Totally again bring our awareness on ourselves and experience yourself as you are. Start with your deep breath in and out, releasing all that thread, thoughts, connections from the outer world. As you breathe out, release, release, release. Breathe out more deeply. Just empty yourself through your nose or mouth. Exhale deep and inhale. Feel more comfortable as there are so many thoughts we want to release. And just feel what we are. When we close our eyes, we truly feel our space. In that space, do we feel stillness, calmness? What is this space like? That is me in this moment. Because what is inside, we reflect outside. We have abundance of breath. As we take in, we get many more. As we come to this state of stillness, that quietness, we can feel ourselves more that existence is actually a vibration. That pulsation originating from the center of our heart. That is God's love. We just need to go in the middle of the chest, gradually bringing our awareness to that point, just in the middle of our chest, where I always want to be. Whether I meet people, whether I do anything, I talk, I sleep, I just want to be here. So, as if you pull yourself completely inside to that point, to that center of your chest. And see things from there. Breathe from there. Hear from there. These are beyond words. We can hear beyond words when we are here at our heart center. This is the space we feel connected to entire cosmos, as if we are the source and everything out there is around me connected. So I know I can know all, I can know everything. So I know I can communicate with everything. The more I become silent, I can go deeper. Let the thoughts come and go if it happens to you. Bringing yourself gently back to your heart space, to the center. And clearing the space around. Filling it with more love. As we feel this pulsation more, the whole body, it Experience it. It feels the love. It feels the joy spreading. All over the body. And our energy field. Our aura. So let us affirm and clear our aura as we go deep further. To all uninvited influences in my aura, I send love and light. Each one of you are whole and healed. Each one of you are created as love and light, and you are still love and light. No need to be afraid. Do not feel the pain. I know a perfect place for each one of you to go. And I request my higher self, take name, to take you there now. Each one of you go in peace. I set you free. And I close my aura to all except my higher self. My existence beyond this body, that unlimited self, always vibrating in truth, vibrating in love, joy, peace, abundance, is always here and now. And I become one with it, knowing my whole self. I can only experience here and now. The more I feel love, I radiate it automatically. I send love and light to all the thought forms around me. Filling the space with more love, swimming into that infinite joy. Sending love to all the things and all the people around. Not obstructing, not blocking, just radiating to one and all, and my mind knows it. Feel it. Feel as the space grows, the more you can feel more than before. From your limited aura to infinite existence. For us to remember that we are that. And we can create those experiences in this life too. Feel your higher self signal its presence with that loving, gentle vibration touch. Otherwise, ask if you don't find a signal, my dear higher self, please give me your signal now. Thank for the signal. Let us become one with our truth. We are made in the image of God. And we have all the qualities of God. God is love, so we are love. We are just experiencing everything. Now say the same thing for yourself. God is love, so I am love. Say it aloud. Feel it. Feel the acceptance. Is it coming from your heart? Or somehow we are convincing ourselves? God is light. I am light. God is truth. I am truth. These are my basic fabric that I was made with. I am made with. In truth, in reality, I am that. I am love. I am light. I am truth. Feel it. God is happiness, joy, and bliss. I am happiness, joy, and bliss. I am made with it. I don't have to bother or look outside for this experience. In this now, I am experiencing that space where I am everything. God is all knowing intelligence. And I am all knowing intelligence. Our mind can deny it because it is unlimited, it is limited. But our heart knows it, that this mind cannot comprehend all that I know. So I be patient and reveal things little by little as this mind wants to create that experience. God is abundance, as everything is one with God. In the cosmos, I am abundance, as I am one with God. In His thought, I exist with everything. And everything is created for my use, to fulfill my needs and desires, for my enjoyment. You may want to breathe more to expand, to embrace it, to accept it. God is infinite energy. And so I am infinite energy. Everything in nature is one with me. It comes to help me. All that I do to create my experience of all the God qualities. And I just keep expressing in truth, radiating my love and light. Just don't go in trance. Remove back support. Breathe in more and exhale. God is omnipotent. So I am omnipotent in expressing that infinite energy with my unlimited thoughts as I am unified. I see right actions, true desires, corrected thinking, perfect health, perfect relationship. I have everything here. God is non-judgmental. So I am non-judgmental in my true self. That most refined version of ourselves. It doesn't judge. Judgment limits. But at the same time, when we see our limits and drop the judgment, we can create abundance. As a unique experience. We are abundance, everything is unique, and so much unique experiences are out there. You just need to be open. To create one such experience of being unlimited. And we would know how everything is made. I know my all-knowing intelligence guides me so that I am not overwhelmed in abundance, not confused what to desire, what not. We just need to ask in this quiet space to our higher self, my dear higher self, please communicate to me my true desire. That seed thought God had, it planted in me for this life. I want to experience, to make it feel whole and complete. Observe your thought. You may want to write them or just say it aloud as it comes, whatever it is. It is so beautiful that we want to experience everything, all the God qualities. And we have a very particular situation. We might want to deal it one by one. So just pick one and do create your claim in present tense. I claim now whatever desire that comes to you. You may want to write it down. Please make a note of the thoughts you are receiving. Whether our eyes are closed or open, when we are in this state of perfect peace, joy, calm, all the thoughts are given by our higher self. Let us thank our higher self for the clarity we wanted. Maybe we wanted to open a shop, but we're feeling limited. Just list all your desires as it comes. Whatever comes to you, just make a note. Thank your higher self again. You may want to close your eyes and come back to your heart center. Feeling one with the true desires. Experiencing all the God qualities here. Smiling, feeling that joy is actually feeling God's joy. Feeling that stillness is actually feeling all acceptance, non-judgment. And in this state, send this love to your loved ones. The thought of forgiveness, knowing the true meaning of it. Life is forgiving love. What I am made with is pure love, so I radiate it now to all my past, my future, my worries. I send love to any situation which is difficult to face. I don't need to hide or find myself less. I am made with all that I need to express through me. And that is my divinity, that all that God qualities I already have makes me divine. My ability to create is an opportunity to express all the God qualities I am made with. Let us thank Babaji for guiding us on this journey. And he is always there to help us to figure out the situation, how to deal with it. With all these practices, we just need to get attuned, accustomed. And these practices emanate from within, as if we exactly know what to do whenever I'm lost. I know me being love is the savior. And I rest here. Thank you, Babaji, for making us realize this oneness with the cosmos. That everything is made with love and has the same qualities as I am, as God is. I own nothing, but I have it all. I am ever grateful for this experience. With this trust, come back and close your aura once again. I close my aura to all except my higher self. Till radiating my love and receiving love from everyone and everything. Breathe in deep, in and out. Take your time to come back and open your eyes in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Gently put both your palms over your closed eyes. Take your own time to blink, open your eyes. It was immense energy today, and it was very deep, deep realization, openings, adding wings to our true desires, to fly, to be unlimited. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody. Thank you for giving me this opportunity today. Welcome back. You may sip some water. So it's an opportunity for all of us who is revising it third time, as we already did revision after a 16-week practice, right? For 2 months we did that. So it's actually the third time. And when we are reading the same concept again and again, I'm sure it must be moving things inside, making more comfortable and accepting of these concepts, which sound so new and maybe sometimes difficult too. But we are creating our experience. That is for truth. Shailesh, as everybody's coming out, you might want to wake everybody up with your thoughts.
Yeah, I can definitely um, get get everyone to wake up very, very quickly. So if your eyes are still closed, just imagine Shailesh standing there right in front of you all of a sudden. He appears, and you know what he tells you? What what would you expect? Okay, if you suddenly came across me, what would you expect me to tell you?
Wake up.
No, I I can tell you what I will tell you. You
You
are
are more
so beautiful.
beautiful than you can ever imagine.
You are so beautiful. And when you hear that one thing from me, immediately pay attention to your thoughts. What came from inside? That will tell you your true state right now. Whether you have been able to remove your own limitations. And it is just your own set limitation, right? So when you hear such a thing being told to you, all of a sudden, not expecting, and someone comes and tells you, you are so beautiful. Pay attention to what goes on inside me. Those are your blocks. Those are limiting you. Because I can prove that you are beautiful. Each one of you, uh, this is just not for saying, this is truly what I will express to you. So just think about it. Maybe something that you want to check within yourself. These are deeper querying things, right? These will awaken your sleeping thoughts, your subconscious, and then you will immediately see what you think of yourself. You talk of self love all the time, you talk of so many things like that. but what was sitting under the carpet is what will come out. So keep doing such experiments. I do it all the time. Most recently, I have fallen in love with myself.
I think that will be true for everybody because that's what these practices make us. What we are within, deep inside is now our experience when we are living life with open eyes.
Okay. Yeah, who can explain what is the meaning of falling in love?
Atmabandhan. I would like to add one more thing. Uh, when Shailesh mentioned about imagine in front of the Shailesh standing, what do you think? And I had a funny thought coming out. I just want to share.
It's,
Priti, Shailesh, you know the Gabbar Singh है ना? It's a गाँव में बच्चा रोता है तो गब्बर सिंह आप दोनों ही गब्बर सिंह हैं यू गैस बोथ ऑफ गब्बर सिंह
तो मुझे भी
मिला
डांस
के रख देते
I was happy only with
गब्बर सिंह को
Shailesh
याद आ गया
because that's how he is like, practice चल रहा है कि नहीं.
good, good. So
back to
Asitji
the
is saying,
source if you cry you're going to go back to the source thank you so much that's back to you
thank you, thank you.
Yes, Asidji pointed it right. Why not rising in love?
Falling in love, I can share my understanding why we use the word falling. Why not we? Someone must have started using this and others copied and it became a saying. So when we understand in this whole book we are talking about love. What is our understanding of love? When you reach, you must have now all of you should be experiencing that aspect of it, that when you reach your heart, you do not exist. You fall. You are not there. Just try to recap your own experience of when you were in that state of ecstasy of love. In that state, did you exist? You have actually, that's the true meaning of being in love, is you do not even exist. That identity called you dissolves. Drop dissolves in the ocean and becomes the ocean. That is the true my understanding of being in love.
The
So
drop has
for
to fall, huh,
it
to
has
ocean.
to, it has to. If it exists, it cannot be in a state of love. So that is my understanding of falling.
there is
Yes.
another attachment I just sorry attach other side of the coin is you stick to the falsify and to attach to the yourself. There's another other side of the coin. Is you have to. You should not be there. This is the one thing. Yeah. Well said.
The
Thank you.
Yeah. So you don't really do anything when you reach that space of love, right? When you become love, you actually haven't put in any efforts to to merge or to become the ocean. You didn't do anything actually. You were only, when you reach the state, it happens automatically.
Absolutely.
Right? This is what
So amazing.
my experience is. We become, we don't, the effort cannot create that experience.
Yes.
Be,
Today also we are
becomes.
in some state where we are acting from somewhere, some state. But with these practices, the state will change, So that state is where we happily just be, not holding to that identity, or that feeling of love only brings that that mix, that gel, that becoming one and whole.
The this is I think we are slowly, because my mind has been working on the next course that I am working on, the matter, so that is kind of coming in my talk. It That becoming one, what does that really mean again? What is it, right? Becoming why does it happen that way? What is so natural about it? Because the one who is experiencing through this physical form does not have any parts. That is its existence, is that it's the infinite being. That's how that the one is. Now, it to experience, it picks up the forms, which could be a man, a woman, a child, a tree, an animal, or whatever, fish, whatever form it wants to experience, it just takes the form and experiences it. And because it takes the form, in our eyes, it creates separation. Right? Then when we start talking about love, the way we have seen it through our own life experiences, it is always between male, female in general. Nowadays, of course, there are plenty of other options, but in general, it's just male and female, right? Two forms, they get attracted. And that again arises from that being one. So think about it like let's talk in physical form. Let's say this body called Shailesh wants to know itself. It has to create its own image somewhere to see, because eyes cannot see inside, they can only see from outside. So you have to go in front of the mirror, maybe, at least, right? Or someone comes and tells you something, that this is how you are. So that creates another version of me, right? Now, if I separate out my right hand from this body and try to see it, well, okay, yeah, then will that hand become Preeti's hand or Kumarji's hand? No, it is still me, right? That is still me. If I take out my left hand and then want to then see it, it is still me. And I love it. It's my hand. So, when we experience what we call as love in the physical domain as a man or a woman, we actually think of the other one as your hand. In my example, you are actually looking at your own hand. It is presenting itself as a man or a woman, but it is still you, right? And in that depth, when you are deep in the state of love, that separation vanishes automatically, because then you reach your true original state. You withdraw from the forms and go into that which was experiencing the forms. That's why there is no separation there. That's why it all feels one. And what is the purpose of understanding that? Why do we want to experience? If our nature is that, Why do I need to know more about it? Let me enjoy being a man. Yes, but with that context, if your context is clear about your being the one, then your experience of the other changes completely. Now, if my context wasn't that at the back of it, I am just the one, everything else is just me. If I didn't have this context, then how I see the others? They are separate from me, they are someone else, I don't care. Right? And then I can actually fight for my survival, I can compete with others, I can do all kinds of things that we see around us because of the separation. But if my context is that, well, okay, that person sitting in front of me, that Preeti is just me only looking at myself. When I see myself through the eyes of Preeti, I see one version of me. That's a very specific version of Shailesh, right? And likewise, anyone that I come across, okay, this is, oh, I'm seeing myself as Kumar, right? And
Yeah.
Kumarji's perspective of me is this, right? And when you put all such perspectives together, that is truly me, right? So if we understand that background, then for us, life experiences become so much more fulfilling. Okay, I have this dimension also, which I could not have seen that dimension in the mirror, the one that Preeti has seen and told me, the one that Kumarji has seen and told me, right? I could not have seen that in the mirror. So I presented myself as Kumarji
Yeah.
and said, oh, Gabbar Singh, you are Gabbar Singh, right? That's the kind of thing I'm talking about, right? So understanding the background, understanding that knowledge changes our experience of this existence itself. That is the purpose of knowing that. There is no other purpose. We don't dilute our being who we are. We don't dilute that. We have to be fully cognizant of the fact that I am in this form for a reason and I have to fully experience being Shailesh. That's why I was created this way. That experience must be completed with the same intention with which it was created, to be like Shailesh. And I just don't want to become Gandhiji, or I don't want to become Buddha, or I don't want to become Patriji, none of that. That experience that the one wanted to have, that experience is over. Done, finished. But Shailesh is not over yet.
Yeah.
And that has to be fully experienced, fully being Shailesh. And each one of you have to do that. And how can you fully be who you are? By removing that trap that you have around you in the mind. When you remove all that layers that you have created, and then you will become fully who you are.
And in true sense, it is only our judgment that holds us
Yes,
from
yeah.
our,
Mind creates that only.
so it
So,
holds our like oneness away from ourself, the experience of oneness.
so none
The
of you
path.
have to be like anyone else. You by yourself are special, unique, and in my words, beautiful. Each one of you. And when I am saying you are beautiful, I am telling myself I am beautiful.
So I just reminded this thing in salt becoming the ocean. sugar becoming ocean, ghee, butter becoming a liquid form and thing, and being the one molecule. I just, during the you sharing, I feels like you are that.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
Thank you so
So,
much for bringing back to you.
understanding that oneness, and then looking at your separate identity is fine. I still have an identity for a purpose, but I know where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Right now, I can appreciate my identity more fully, more completely.
When
Right?
we say that identity, it brings all our, that weakness and strength in expression, because the
Everything.
core is same. And then what we judge is our action. What we judge is our words. So that has to go to experience that oneness. And that the falling in love, it's also reminding me that bhakti marg that we learn just to give. And that's the true experience of love also. When we fall in love, we feel like giving everything to any relationship, any such relationship, to child, to spouse, to that. And it's only for us to know that we were made with, to have that experience that we were made with, to that love, that joy, that abundance, that peace, because we have it all and we want to give it all. And that factor of love only, it brings us to that state where we just express, we keep giving. So everything, when it comes in action, that which is covered in layers is now coming in action, looking things more openly, clearly, that whole and part, that all and one myself, and still me expressing that true self.
Nehaji has very beautifully expressed that. Yes. Thank you. Neha, you could, if you are able to speak, you can express what you are saying so everybody can enjoy it.
That's
This,
the
if,
purpose of that we
yeah,
call, like, everybody's our mirror, right? So that's the purpose of relationship. People around us, they're
this is
all.
the meaning. This is the meaning of saying that everyone is my mirror. That's the meaning, right? That they tell me one image of me, whether good or bad doesn't matter, right? But that is also one of my images. That's the meaning, right? And that completes my understanding of myself. That adds to my understanding of myself. This is how I am beginning to know myself now, through the eyes of others, right? From outside, that's how I'm knowing. From inside, I know my own existence from deeper within. So this whole experience is being completed through that only. That is the purpose of existence of others in my life. This
Um,
is why we take human form in a family. We take human form not in the jungle, right? We take human form with humans because they can become the true mirror for me, right?
well,
And relationship wise, the relationship word is another misunderstood thing. Relationship doesn't have to be just with the people you know. With unknowns also there is a relationship. You go to a shop to buy something that you have just now established a relationship with the shopkeeper, right? That's important to remember. So each one of them is my mirror.
Anna, you want to add something?
So I was saying sometimes what we don't know about ourselves is mirrored in the other person, and that gives us a view of
Right?
ourselves which we were
Yeah,
unconscious about.
correct. Yeah. So far you never knew that you are so beautiful, isn't it? Only I had to come and tell you.
Yes, today I have finally stamped that.
But this, that chapter 6, it puts us that thought in our mind that we created everybody around us, and the people, whoever came in front of you, gave you the experience, the one you were seeking. So the inside, I was not knowing where I'm limited. Somebody is coming and telling me, okay, these are my pain area. I need to see
But
what I'm molding to.
but we have to be in a very aware situation, about ourselves to understand that. Otherwise, these can be triggers which can create more pain and
And the beautiful
misalignment.
part is that lesson will be learned. Don't worry. The universe will
Yeah,
keep repeating those experiences until we
that's
learn from
true.
it. So
Who better than me to know that? Yes.
it takes time for everybody, Anna, but because we are so used to of living in that shell. So we don't know what is outside the shell. And Babaji wants us to break all the shell. And the way universe works actually, it's like breaking all the layers, removing layers, and then what if you just freely be yourself, no matter, no question of right and wrong. And then somebody will genuinely come and give you a message, a courier, a parcel, a letter, and that will be inside you, your trigger. And just see it, and it will start dissolving that point itself. And then we have this tool of part two, whole creating your creating formula, releasing whatever way I'm holding here. Why that agony? Why that hurt, pain? There's no use. Because the way chapter ends, chapter 25, it says, there's only mistake in thinking. And if you keep judging others, it won't change others. So why you are holding yourself from experiencing that oneness and punishing others when nature is taking care of everything? That law of cause and effect, what we call. But God knows everything, and He made that cycle, everything He made. Why are you putting your head there? Why can't you just be free? Easily said, but when it comes to experience, life teaches a lot, and then it truly becomes our experience, and that we talk about the state. Today I'm acting at some state, and tomorrow, as I release one block floating above, then the other state appears.
And sometimes you need at least multiple experiences of the same thing through many
To
people,
understand.
different faces to learn. I think I was frozen for many years, I think if people would shake me up and also try to tell me something, nothing would go in because the time was not right. Maybe I had to, what kind of a soul journey I had before this, I have no idea. So, but finally I got it. Now it's like, yes, everything is opened up.
The day Shailesh said you are more beautiful than you can ever imagine it, everything changed.
Yeah, that first chapter was mind blowing. Then the second chapter, and then the
uh, you know
subsequent chapters. Each of
why
them.
why I said Shaileshi, because it also depends who reminds you.
True, true.
Person who remember his truth with that line can impact you that way.
Yes, Preeti, just right. Absolutely right.
Otherwise, same person reading the same book, same chapter, it might just go superficially. Okay, master says or masters think like that, but I do not agree. I do not feel.
That's why I keep saying the both of you were very important in this journey to get us to this stage. Nobody, no other could have done this.
It was meant, that way. The things were imposed, I would say. He had no escape in revise other than revising unified what we did in 2024 Hindi last year, and then he came with double power. Let's do this session. Otherwise, I would be running behind. Let's start something. We want to do, because these sessions add so much. That value in terms of awareness, I would say. I really want to keep doing it. Even if the sessions have got over and we are doing these extended sessions, I really feel blessed that, somehow we are connected and revising, and for that reason, always aware, always looking at things clearly.
And I think all of us, through our group consciousness, have attracted the two of you to be here in this place. So that's so beautiful, right? How it all works. So lovely.
Yeah, absolutely, Anna. Yeah, ये both it haldi santare. They're giving a fruit. Since they are germinated seeds and then now full bloom, and we are getting fruit from them. So without both of them, it's not possible. And this is meant to be here, and lovely santare, both. It's orange, both of you guys.
It's all Babaji's grace, and he wants us to, just make our own experience. What the book promises, you make your experience. And just from your part, I would just remind again that please, everybody, go and write review for this book on Amazon so that it goes to many people. Also, leave your comments on the video, the introduction video I've shared. Put your comments with experience, how promising the course is. So that is what we all can do from our state when we have no agenda other than just putting this book forward for anybody to help themselves, the way they can. We always definitely have great resources. If you search Unified Babaji on Amazon.com, you will see the podcast coming, because the podcast is also put on Spotify and it is also mapped with Amazon. So Amazon Audible or the Amazon Music, um, it pulls that feed from there. So I'm so happy that this is what how universe does miracle. I didn't go and put it on Amazon, but the system was made in such a way that I just put it on Spotify. I didn't even share the link with many because we are all on YouTube and we have the link handy. So, but the feed is going to Amazon, so anybody can help themselves with that, and we all can just contribute a little, and that goes a long way.
Thank you, Preeti ji, for reminding. I just forgot. I'm so sorry. I will do it.
No,
Thank you
no,
so
no
much.
worries.
Yeah, Jayaji wanted
Oh,
to say something here.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said no that when you can, your image comes in front of everyone to. Um, so at that time, I felt it's like a cage open free. You suddenly become like when we leave the body is there, but there's no life, and all the five elements just blend into nature. Like the person doesn't exist anymore. We only exist because of our thoughts. If there are no thoughts, there's no existence. If there's no mind, there's no world. Uh, Also, after you feel the feeling of abundance or the feeling of like you were trying to explain, so I thought of Amitabh Bachchan coming in different roles. It was him playing that role. It was him playing whatever role he played, and he played it to the best he could, that people thought of him as that character, or they depicted him as that nature or that role that he played. Or like when you see the role that Ravan played, so he said, whenever I walk around and people see me, they were like, oh my God, Ravan, don't go near him, don't stand around him, because of the fear of him doing something wrong. So he said, I played my role very well. So when you actually watch the movie being played, I feel um I don't know why there's an echo.
But we are hearing you well. No
Yeah,
worry.
yeah.
See the view of, okay, you see yourself in that person, you see yourself in that character, and then it sort of amazes you. So it's a new thing, a new discovery
Discovery.
that you realize.
I truly agree that discovery. It happens when people come and reminds you, okay, अभी ये भी बच्चा है, अच्छा ये भी देखना है, अंडा यहाँ भी understanding grow करनी है. So it's a real discovery every day.
Also, I read it was very interesting that there was this guy who was a psychiatrist, and he had written his findings in a jacket and stitched it into his jacket, and then he was caught by the Nazis and put in the concentration camp. And his theory was body. So he practiced his theory there, talking to all the people he met, and he was like, do you have anyone to go back to? Do you have a child to go back to? Do you have a parent to go back to? Do you have a spouse? What are you looking for? And he realized that hope is what kept them alive. And they burnt all his findings, but for him, it was not only theory. After he came out of the concentration camp, it was his practice also. So when he came out, within 20 days, he created all the formulas, whatever he had written, everything back, and he started spreading the word. And he lived several years after that. So at the moment, before it was theory. As it's getting into practice, it's bringing more abundance, more the fact of limitless. There is no boundary, there is no limit. So every time a thought comes, I'm like, again a judgment? Who gave you the authority to judge? Or that's interesting, that's that person's opinion, very nice opinion. It's my wish to take the opinion into my hands or to hear the opinion. It's my choice. So letting go, realizing, appreciating that there was nothing to hold on to. Holding on to an identity, holding on to things that don't exist. Like 3 4 days ago, I got a message. The satsang hall that I went to has completely burned down. That's my whole memory of the satsang that I went to. The people also, most of the people have passed on, but this time the hall also got burned down. And I thought, wow, it was a part of my growing up. It was a part of this role. And then moved on. They gave us wings to fly, and they said, now make up your own, do what you want with your life.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make you feel smaller. It makes you feel bigger. It makes you feel uh, brighter than the sun, more beautiful than anything, the best of everything. Yeah.
Yes.
By taking things on ourselves is like, that ownership comes again, that I did something wrong to someone, or somebody did something wrong to somebody and blamed me. So again, that is putting us in trap. So they put this ownership definition in such time, and then see, we just feel free. It's just an experience to learn from, to just take it as a message. It doesn't really kill our identity, kill anything, or take away anything from me. It just adds something to make us feel whole.
Yeah. Excellent.
Neha wanted to talk, but I am not sure
Yeah.
how available she is.
She's not here right now.
She is
Or
here,
is she?
but
Yeah, she's there. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. No.
welcome.
Thank you. And very good evening to everyone. So nice to see everyone. Thank you. I just want to add, which is also an extension of whatever is getting discussed. So I'll just connect everything with what Babaji says in this chapter about ownership and about everything is for your use and enjoyment. So I also keep thinking about these lines. And when I reflect on the conversation today, that why so many experiences are actually available to us, through people, through events, through things that are happening, accidents, so many of the experiences, because I feel that we tend to fixate ourselves to only one version of us. And these experiences just come to evolve us. And otherwise, we are like, I am like this only. This is the person I am. We are so rigid. We are not open to change. We are very, very resistant. So, and these situations, these events come like big events drop in, and people come as mirrors to show that leave what you are holding. This is not the complete version of you.
Yeah.
And once we stop holding or having ownership on that version of ourselves, then we just enjoy everyone and we just enjoy everything and without any judgment. And it all comes with a very natural kind of acceptance. We don't have to put in any kind of efforts then.
Yes.
And we all
Absolutely.
can reflect, it just needs little awareness. When we start putting that awareness on ourselves, it's very easy. It's not a concept or not a theory. It becomes our experience. And everybody, any one of us can do it.
Yes, and also the ownership part I felt today. In fact, I was thinking also, and Shailesh mentioned as well. So I am sure the higher self is definitely same Shailesh. so, so, so I was thinking that the ownership part is only like we are owning a version of ourselves. That is the ownership we are having. We just put too much emphasis on this is who I am and I'm not going to change. That limited thinking that you've been talking about earlier.
Yeah. 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 Absolutely.
Mm,
Now I got answer to my question.
yeah.
So when you started speaking today, my question was, Hari, Neha didn't say that I missed you, Shailesh ji.
Uh,
Now I got the answer. The higher self is common, so you will not miss.
yeah, no, no, never. I never miss you. You are always with each one of us, actually.
Good, good, good.
But this chapter is definitely, it has so many insights, and every time, I mean, now they keep coming. Whenever I'm doing anything, it's just at the back of my mind, the chapter reading is going on. And I am doing my own summary in my mind. So
Yeah.
it's
It's a good
very
time
nice.
to write down. I always feel that a lot of thought comes because so many openings, so many beautiful realization, and it's like effortlessly coming, right? So
Yeah.
not the concept that we learned, but the realization, again and again, same things are happening, what it is telling. So that kind of awareness is teaching, the wow moment that we are living every time. And it's easy for us to bring ourselves to the present. Yeah, so
Mhm.
I
Thank
really
you.
don't know how much we discussed in those sessions previously, but um, again, we have so much to talk that it's just going on and on.
And there are
Yeah.
so many wow moments, right? My
Yeah.
God, it's amazing. Amazing.
Yesterday, I listened to the audiobook. It was in Neha's voice, so I listened it twice, and then the podcast twice. And then whole day, I could not hold the book because so much was downloading. I was just writing left and right, or just thinking, just being, grasping all that. It's so deep that we cannot put it in words. It's just experience. So much awareness in life, in all aspects, and especially chapter 7 and 9, they are like great combination, very beautiful combination. And in my revision sessions, I also found that if you go read Unified in prime numbers chapters, first do all the odds, then do all the events, you will have a separate unique realization. It will change you from inside. That will be your own experience. So start exploring, turning pages in those sequence, and then see what opens up. I mean, I was like in that state. I could not move the whole night in that light state. It was so beautiful. I just thought life is over now because I have experienced it.
One experiment that I have been doing, somewhat similar to what Preeti just said, is that I open the book in the app and then all the 24 weeks graphics, they pop up there, right? And one of that attracts me, one of the graphics, and I just click on that, right? And if I find that one of them is attracting my awareness repeatedly, then I pay a lot of attention. Oh my God, something is here to learn. There is something for me to learn here, right? So I just go deeper in that. Like this is what I have been doing since we started the app.
I did 11, 13, and 17 in sequence once, and then I was like thrilled with the experience that I had. Then again, we did 7, and then we came to 9, right? So again, it was like building up on continuation. So just keep trying, because the messages are so deep and it's so unique. It will reveal the concepts uniquely in us, each one of us, that we can use it in our day-to-day life. And these apps I wanted to thank yesterday because I shared the 2 links and the 2 links was right there. I didn't have to go and browse and search. All that effort that we put collecting all the links and the timestamp, whatever, is now like paying back. Easily share with anybody. So I just copied and pasted in the 2 groups that this is what we are
Yeah,
going to do. Let's prepare.
excellent. Yesterday I was working on adding some more pages, some more content to the website, by the way. So very soon all of you will again see another update
Update.
notification. Yeah. Every
Okay,
time
so
you
just
see
a
an
good
update
reminder.
notification, yeah. Anytime you see that update notification coming at the bottom of your screen, that means something has been added to the site. So new
No,
content
but
has been added.
recently, if you have not seen that update notification, just uninstall the app and reinstall it again. Okay, so maybe the initial version was not fixed properly, and then later version picks up all the notifications. So going forward, whatever changes we'll make, you will get the notifications there.
Yeah. So slowly we are building up on more content on the website, in the app, so that like we don't have to search around. So
And there are a few more wow videos from Chalishi that past previous sessions he did on few topics which are very important related to unified. So
yeah,
great.
so we have added that also. The next update will have that. Some of the other videos that we did in the past that are of relevance to unified are also there in that. So just enjoy enjoy the expansion.
Yesterday, I was listening to Osho, and he was saying that there is only borrowed knowledge that people keep on talking. And then I just realized this wow moment that, okay, Babaji, thank you for making us realize that we all are connected with that all knowing intelligence. So we just need to be at one place, what I want to draw, what I want to learn, and we all can speak through our own experience. So no lengthy talks, but read, understand, express, add value by your experience, and we all can do. You know. So yesterday I was talking to my sister, and she was saying that I used to um, keep myself judging that why I'm so much attracted to clothings and I just want to keep shopping and shopping and shopping and the list never ends. And it's not like that I want it for myself. I would be, thinking about everybody and I would like to buy this for that, this for that. And then she said, okay, how can I fulfill my desire to have this experience of innumerable clothings? So she got this idea of opening a shop. So open a shop. Then she said, okay, I don't have experience to run a shop, and how can I do all that? And then I said, okay, go and build your experience. Just we got that discussion, and then even you can become like a helper in a nearby shop. You can go and show the saris and like the demo, right? How is it, and the texture, the clothing. And she's very, very, very good at um, describing and appreciating others, how beautiful you look and the way you dress, what is good for you, what color suits you better. Kind of those people, everybody has their different qualities, right? So she shared that, and then I said, just go without thinking what the work is, what you are going to build your experience, why you are limiting it. So that is how I realized that we keep judging ourselves and then we do not go out to experience things. So no work is less or more, but just experience that I'm
Exactly.
going to get is priceless.
That, you see, to have that experience, you don't have to own the shop. Understand this, right? The universe has created opportunity of experience all around you. You don't need to own anything, but still experience it.
Then after talk, I just realized that Babaji made my session ready. I didn't read anything that by then. I was talking and then I just realized what Shailesh is saying just now. You don't have to own. That was my realization at the end, that how he was like, but just making us aware in that talk that how you're not limited. And that's where Shailesh came and he added that unlimited experience. And
Unlimiting ourselves is important because these are all subconscious limits that we have already planted inside, and we should become aware and eliminate them, right? Becoming aware, because just think about, like, if you want to in this chapter 9 we are learning to claim, right? In this chapter we are actually learning to claim, and your claim will be a hollow, it won't be true claim if there is a limitation behind, right? I claim so many $1,000 every month. My mind internally will not be actually accepting it if I have limiting thoughts. So when I begin to understand or begin to be conscious that everything is available for me, then that limitation will not work. This is the purpose of this chapter's information.
so the claim,
Learn,
I
yeah.
realize it's an intent to have that perfect wealth, perfect relationship, right action. While guiding meditation, I was getting that right action word, so that everything that we experience in life. So not with the numbers, that experience in itself.
But the claim itself should not be dilute. It should be solid, real solid claim with full conviction.
So these words add that unlimitedness, not that 20,000 amount that book has given us the example, right? So, but he says that with this number also, I am experienced this. I'm not in chaos how to manage money. I'm also in that state that I'm experiencing everything.
So, just understanding this concept itself will clarify your thoughts about manifestation. These are fundamentals of manifestation.
Thank you for adding that. Very, um, very much opening. We all need to have that um, clarity that we are not limited.
Good. Okay. So, have you had your fill for the day or for a week, maybe?
Neha wrote something. We take ownership of thoughts, but are we really them? That's a question we should reflect upon too.
Ah, yes,
Thoughts.
yes. Those actually, if you start thinking or start paying attention, 95% of your thoughts are not your own.
But what my total understanding after completing 7 and this to this state, that we never talked to our mind. Mind was meant to generate thoughts, but we never um, acknowledged its presence and the usage it has. The moment we became aware of spirituality, we started, fearing mind that it is just a drunken monkey. But then when we are training that mind with God's thought from the alignment, because we always think from a space, right? Thought doesn't originate on its own. The space is here. So if that is aligned with God's thought, then those thoughts are the trained thoughts. For ages, we have been looking to correct our thinking. And we didn't know how this space worked. We said destiny, all sorts of concepts. karma and all whatnot. But it was only to come to this point that, you start acting from your heart. Your mind will support you in that direction.
Yeah.
So, like the camel, we ate enough. Now it's time to chew the cud. So we chew for 1 week and then we will come back with our experience.
Perfect example. And without those experience, we wouldn't have understood this. So that ownership wouldn't have gone that easily. Okay, I give you. I won't be able to, husband all this in the cosmos is mine, but I will be happy owning this little house and a car and a family. So that kind of thought has to go.
Good. Chili. Yeah.
So no question today, then we can just close.
For our next session, is there anything specific anyone would want
Yes,
to?
yes, please.
Yeah. If
Please let us know.
then we can prepare and be ready for discussing something. We can basically focus on that. If there is something, no, you don't have to answer now. Maybe you can write in the group also that this is an aspect that we should discuss more. We can discuss.
Next is 10th. If you won't vote, then we'll go with 10th. Otherwise, if you vote, we'll jump to that chapter.
Okay. Excellent. So thank you. Thank you, masters. We will get together again 1 week later. Of course, on Monday also.